A startling surge of great white sharks is now being observed in the New England waters, famously depicted in the classic thriller Jaws. While once a rare sight, these powerful predators are increasingly appearing along the northern Atlantic coastline, raising attention and concern among both scientists and beachgoers. But here's where it gets really intriguing. The region, cold and sometimes forbidding, is becoming a hotspot for these sharks, challenging what many previously believed about their preferred habitats. Recent scientific data reveals a noticeable upswing in shark detections in the colder waters off New England. This area, which serves as the fictional Amity Island in Steven Spielberg's unforgettable 1975 film, had historically reported far fewer shark encounters. Now, according to the Maine Department of Marine Resources, DMR, an impressive total of 93 great white sharks were identified from 2020 to 2024 just off Maine's coast. The film Jaws was famously shot in nearby Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, lending a real-life connection to the once menacing yet fictional marine predators. The Associated Press also references a compelling study published in the Marine Ecology Progress series, highlighting a 2.5-fold increase in white shark detections near Halifax, Nova Scotia, between 2018 and 2022. Further south, off Long Island, the actual setting for Peter Benchley's original shark novel that inspired Spielberg's blockbuster, shark sightings have also become increasingly frequent. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just a local spike, but part of a broader trend stretching across significant stretches of the Atlantic coast. What's driving this rise in shark numbers? The explanations are complex and multifaceted. One major factor is conservation. Organizations like the Atlantic White Shark Conservancy, AWSC, credit protection efforts aimed at preserving both the sharks and their primary prey, seals, along the coast. These initiatives have contributed to a rebound in the shark populations, illustrating a successful case where conservation can influence predator numbers. Another important element is environmental change. Sharks typically migrate seasonally, favoring temperate waters in summer and warmer regions in winter. However, according to AWSC research, sea temperatures in the Gulf of Maine are rising at an extraordinary rate, faster than 99% of the world's oceans. This warming trend means various shark species are extending their stay in northern waters longer than in the past, fundamentally altering their migratory patterns. Attention to shark activities in the region intensified notably after Maine experienced its first ever fatal shark attack in July 2020, when a 63-year-old woman tragically died while swimming a mere 20 yards from shore. In response, the DMR ramped up shark monitoring initiatives and, following the lead of other New England states, installed emergency shark bite first aid kits at several beaches along Maine's coast. These specially designed kits are intended to help control bleeding quickly and save lives in the rare event of an attack. Despite the cultural fear stoked by Jaws, shark attacks actually remain extraordinarily uncommon. The 2020 incident was only the second recorded fatal attack in Maine since records began in 1837, as documented by the Florida Museum of Natural History's International Shark Attack File, ISAF. Gavin Naylor, ISAF's director, emphasizes that sharks generally avoid people and often swim unnoticed, hundreds of yards offshore. Most swimmers likely share the water with sharks without ever seeing them. Interestingly, ISAF's most recent 2024 global report shows that worldwide unprovoked shark bites are significantly fewer than the past 5-year average. However, the United States still leads the world in recorded incidents, with 28 confirmed unprovoked shark bites in 2024 alone. Even as sharks move further north, Florida's warm coastal waters continue to have the highest number of incidents. Here's a question that's sure to spark debate. With shark populations gaining ground in previously less frequented colder waters, should local communities rethink beach safety and conservation? Are we prepared for this shift, or could fear outweigh scientific understanding? Share your views. Do you think the presence of more sharks in New England waters signals a positive sign of ecological recovery or a warning to beachgoers? The conversation is open, and your thoughts matter.